is going to recap, and Jeremiah is going to miss out.
That's unfortunate.
What happened in the D&D, guys? What did you do last time? Where did you go?
From what I remember, we had just not murdered a thing that we were probably going to murder if it didn't say stop.
Exactly. Yes.
And then we were about to go into a tower to kill another thing, but I think he ran away before we got to the tower, so we can't kill him.
Oh yeah, he like ran down the stairs or whatever, because I was gonna use the fire spirit to use, I think, Scorching Ray or something and shoot the people, but then it ran into the tower, and then we were like, well, it's really just like one archer, and so we ended combat anyways. But I know Sly was outside like the base of the door to that tower at some point. I don't know if we did stuff after that, or if we just ended after the combat, but I do remember not killing the like tentacle monster that was
I think we ended immediately after the combat. So
You
yes,
did.
So
Because
you
combat was late.
so to help us catch up here, then you go a little further back. You guys are in Heronheart.
Yes.
We can also cheat and look at the recording because it's in the link is in the Discord.
You can, if your brains can handle the eclectic mess that is hearing multiple of everyone at the same time.
No, thank you.
You're probably psychic material, and I commend you. But anyway, so you're in Heronheart, and you're here inspecting the city for evidence, if there is any, of the dragon attack and why it attacked and who it attacked, and if there are any survivors, if the dragon is coming south to the Shimmering City. They need to know about that. And so you guys have made your way into Heronheart, fighting some gnolls and hyenas along the way. You recently resolved a pretty big encounter in the middle of the city. And I think that's just about it. Is that right? Anybody think of anything else?
No, I think our current plan was to head up to the watchtower, both to kill the sniper and then to take that power position for ourselves.
Take the power.
I did pick up a random helmet. That might be magical.
Oh, yes, that's right.
What
and
the
almost died in
helmet?
the process.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah, no, I remember now.
You all wouldn't let me go get the helmet.
And then you fell into a pit.
We don't know that he fell into a pit.
You guys actually
But
don't know I fell into a pit.
I
You just know that I got
definitely made
scratched.
an insight check based on his scrapes, and then proceeded to make fun of him anyways. I remember that now. That was wonderful.
They made a perception check. You never made insight to see whether or not I actually fell into a pit.
Have you been
So
watching
it's
the
very
recording? Is that
so
what
you
you're saying
assumed
right now?
something happened, but you don't know exactly what happened.
I definitely still made fun of you though. Either way.
You did make fun of me
Yeah,
very
that's
harshly.
what I thought. All right, well, let's get the show on the road then.
Yeah, I kind of hope Jeremiah would be back by now, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Should we mention him?
I don't know if that'll help.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a fair point.
He's
'Cause if he was on Discord, he probably would not be
yes,
deafened.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm totally gonna botch the role playing this session. I can't remember how I make him sound.
Dude, me too. I was worried a
Dude,
little bit. I was like practicing my voice for Sly on the way back to my dorm, and I was like, no, that sounds too Asian. No, he's young, but he's also a frog.
Dude, it's
I
so
need more
hard
frog
to
in
get it
there,
nailed down.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get rid of the squeakiness in the voice to begin with and make it just more raspy, but
Yeah.
Don't worry, whenever you start talking, I will definitely scream at you whenever you don't get it right.
Excellent.
Don't worry, you can scream at Isaac for his voice acting too.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, I was about to
Exactly.
say, Isaac doesn't voice act.
Just imagine having a little John to Bevan of voices you have to do each session.
I like to be consistent at least. Or Whatever.
Yeah.
It makes it easier to get into role playing.
That's
Yeah, I'm back.
what I am hung up on, is because if I can't do it well, I will beat myself up about it.
What are we talking
So
about?
Isaac, let me fill you in on something. No one cares if you can do it well. If you do it funny enough, we are going to love it.
Oh, I'm well aware of that. It's just that in my mind, I can't get past it. One of these days, maybe.
Well, tell your mind to grow, Bear.
That's fair.
Oh, got him.
What are we talking about?
Insecurities.
About it just
Voice
About how I
acting.
can't, how I can't voice
acting.
act.
Okay, yeah. So here's the secret:
You just
don't try
do it.
too hard. Just do something with your
Just
voice.
send it.
Just
Yeah.
Just send it.
Hey,
Send
half
it.
of my
Just
NPCs
send
are
it.
just
Yeah,
me
right.
pretending that I'm like a little rat or something and doing whatever voice that comes
That's
from
fair.
that.
we are the rats.
Also, act with your body, not with your voice. Well, also with your voice, but
Interesting.
more with your body, because that
Yeah.
actually does make a significant difference.
I thought
That's
you
why I
said
wanna
act
play
with
a-
your butt, not act with your body. And I was like, what?
Yes, act only with your butt.
That would be pretty
All right.
impressive.
All right. So Jeremiah missed the recap. I'm pretty sure he remembers most of what happened. You got a big encounter
Yes,
in the
perfect
middle of the
memory.
city. You're here investigating why the city was burned. If there is a good reason.
I used to loot corpses.
You killed a lot of gnolls, and you drove off and made peace with an Atyo that kind of wanted to eat you. But he's a civilized man. The rest of you watch as he waddles off on 3 weirdly muscular appendages and reimmerses himself in the massive corpse pile to your northeast. It is now early morning. The sun has fully emerged from behind the buildings, bathing the gruesome clearing in a light that reveals the true scale of the carnage that has been wreaked here, both by yourselves and by the dragon. All the corpses you see, almost all of them are badly burned to charred to an unrecognizable crisp. You see bodies of all shape and size, different race. You see gnomes, halflings, or maybe those are just human children. You see humans. You see a number of massive humanoids that are probably the Goliaths or some kind of giant-like thing. It's quite tough to tell. You see some creatures whose skin has melted into an almost hexagonal kind of pattern. After a few seconds, you realize that might be scales. At some point, these creatures had scales on them. These could have been kobolds or dragonborn, and now it's all flesh. Horribly charred, burning your nostrils. You all soak it in collectively.
It's like
So, how's everyone feeling after that?
Well,
Sorry.
you know how it is, man. I'm victorious again, but bro, man.
The final important thing I'll mention as far as setting the mood, in the very center, the thing that caught your eye before, in the center of this kind of town square type area, is a large, kind of blue stone statue. You saw somebody just left. Who died?
it was Caleb.
Oh, well, Caleb's dead.
No, Caleb.
Not Caleb.
So,
We
Yeah,
need our
bring it back.
frog.
so this statue, which you initially thought was of a bird, maybe a heron, you realize that was only part of the statue. You see the remnants of what appear to be stone bird legs on the statue's shoulder, the body of which now lies crumbled to bluestone dust, at the feet of the statue. The statue itself appears to be utterly uncharred, otherwise unmarked, aside from the bird bit having been broken off. The kind of base is filled with a very thin level of crystal clear blue water that appears to be kind of untainted by the surrounding area. The carnage, the ash. You think some of it would have gotten on there, but that is a negatory. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, was that a go ahead for a specific person or like the collective of
The collective, yeah. You guys were role playing.
I was like real confused.
Yeah, you were trying to figure out how you were feeling, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a sip of this water.
That was an early morning scrape.
I had Hunter's Mark on the what was it called again?
Atyo.
Yo.
Atyo. Can I roll to see where it's at?
Yeah, you can. You saw plainly that it just sunk into the corpse pile over here, where it came from.
And I can just, I guess, assume that it's still there, like with good reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe your hunter's mark, at least for the duration, informs you of its presence. It's massive enough that unless it's somehow like tunneling through the earth, any movement would be revealed to you by way of bodies sliding and kind of being disturbed. Marcus, you begin looting, air quote, the corpses. There's a lot of corpses here. Which corpses are you looting?
The ones we just killed. Like,
Sonny, that's gonna take a long time.
Specifically, like anyone that looks like they might have been like the gnoll. Anyone that looks like they might have had a higher rank or something. Just see if they had any trinkets or anything on them.
Sure. Yeah. You will just say from where you're standing currently, you begin to search the surrounding knolls.
I'm gonna keep an eye on him while he's doing that, and if he finds anything spicy, I want to know about it.
Upon their necks, you find brutal, fresh, gruesome knickknacks, bits of toe, finger, a few teeth, varying size, probably some baby teeth in there. You see a couple eyeballs kind of shish kebabbed together to form a kind of a gruesome necklace. There doesn't appear to be, I won't say a greedy bone in these knolls, but more of a lack of understanding of hard currency. There isn't a single copper between all three of them. In terms of equipment, you find that the two smaller gnolls are wearing kind of ramshackle chainmail. Kind of the rivets broken in key places, but still mostly functional. The big guy, who kind of demonstrated himself to be weirdly like kind of stealthy and acrobatic despite his enormous size, almost head and shoulders above every other gnoll and yourselves. You see he has the most trophies out of all of them. A short sword, a pair of them actually, a pair of short swords that are kind of jagged and brutal, kind of blackish looking metal. You don't think this metal, at least at a glance, is any that you're immediately familiar with. No armor to speak of on this guy, just a loincloth. And I think that's about it.
Can I check out the short swords? Do they look special in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Marcus is kind of grasping and handling them. Yeah, roll me your choice of investigation or arcana.
Can I aid him in that?
Sure.
I am
So
expert in both.
I shall do investigation, and it's at advantage with him aiding.
Yes. Yep. Advantage.
Does he get anything extra because I'm expert? Oh, doesn't matter.
Oh!
It's an victory. So yeah, Soul. As soon as you look at these, you determine that they are made of a jagged black glass-like material. You identify as obsidian.
Oh.
Upon their surface are black etched runes in a language that you may speak. What languages do you speak? Or read?
what is?
I've got Draconic, Elvish, Primordial, and Common.
Great. You don't speak this language.
Can you toss it to me? Or ask me?
They appear jagged and hooked, kind of in their display.
Do
Kinda
the
spider
runes look
across
to
the
be
face.
like magical formula?
Marcus attempts to take the short swords back from you so he can examine them. If Marcus wants to, he can roll me an Arcana check.
If he fails or whatever, I would like to see if I can read.
Yeah, probably.
I know
not
some of these
much.
words.
Unfortunately, your character cannot read, so that will be impossible.
So Marcus, you know that magic is typically, not always, there are a few anomalies, but almost always arcane magic, when given life in runes, is written in Draconic. This is not Draconic. Just kind of from what you know passively of the arcane. This is a language that you may speak. What languages do you speak?
Just Common and Primordial.
Okay.
I know a lot of words.
That being said, they are arranged in a kind of vertical pattern along the length of the blade, which is prototypical of a weapon that has been imbued with magic.
Can I
Can I
toss
take a
one of
look
the
at
short
it?
swords to
I'm like fully.
Veilthras?
I'm over here like invested in this thing already, so like I'm already next to Marcus.
Yeah, I'll toss one to Vale, and if everyone's kind of sticking around, I'll sit down on the ground and pull out my pearl and try and cast Identify on one of the short swords. Ritually.
Sure. And Vale, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to read.
Okay, what languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Sylvan, Infernal, Draconic.
Okay.
Wow.
You got a good language selection. Give me 1 second.
Can I get more next level? I know a lot of words. I've been around a while.
This old man's knowledge is insane.
I would say I'm above average in intellect. I mean, Smarty Pants over here, I feel like has got me beat, but I do all right.
As you examine the etched runes, the first thing you note is you identify the language as Infernal.
Oh, let's go!
The language of devils, the cunning tricksters that attempt to possess the lives of mortals and manipulate the mundane plane.
Hold on, real quick.
Yes.
I need pen and pencil and stuff, real quick.
Do you need a pen?
Oh, got it. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
So, you've seen a few examples of Infernal written in your time. Infernal has a very big habit it looks like demonic cursive, basically. It's designed to be as flowing and efficient as possible because historically, Infernal is a language that has been used to write up devilish contracts. As such, it needs to be an efficient written language. This Infernal appears to be jagged, halting, and brutish. Not at all what is typical of Infernal.
Hey, give me a second, let me write that down.
Yeah, and you are, as you look at it, it appears to be somewhat broken Infernal as well. It's kind of using the basic characters, but you will need to roll me an investigation check in order to actually try to read what it says.
19.
Sure. You think one short sword reads Flesh Gnar, and the other Bone Splitter. And the first one that you identify as Flesh Gnar is the one Marcus is currently standing over and canting as he touches it, pearl in hand. Minutes pass as he does so, attempting to identify. Marcus, at least preliminarily, you are able to identify that the object indeed is magical. The runes upon the blade alight with kind of a hellish red illumination, though what secrets the runes can tell will be given to you at the end of your identify. The rest of you are kind of crowding around, waiting to see what it will be. What are you doing in the meantime?
I have no idea what this says, but I'm going to put it in my pocket over here.
Well, he's identifying those. Can I look at this statue a bit more?
Yeah, certainly. From what angle would you like to examine it?
I want to examine it at the base where it seems to be the bird legs are broken.
Sure. Yeah, you kind of you get up onto the edge of what you're realizing is a kind of fountain base, and look up at the shoulder of the statue where the bird legs are broken off. You see there that the material appears to be kind of yellowed and weathered, but not burnt. At least that's kind of your preliminary assessment. Just roll me an investigation check there.
Sure. Not with advantage because no one's helping me.
That is correct.
I am too fixated on the demonic sword that I am looking at.
So
10.
So Marcus is holding Flesh Gnar. You roll 10 on investigations, an average roll. You are kind of glancing up at the bird legs and how they kind of look like they were kind of asymmetrically removed. One leg is slightly higher than the other. Looking down at the heron, kind of crumbled. It, at a glance, kind of fits the surrounding destruction. But the more you look at it, the more the whole scene seems slightly out of place. And you conclude in summary that this statue was broken before the dragon attack, and quite possibly long ago. You don't know when.
Am I allowed to drink the water yet?
You can try, yeah.
Yeah. Stick the wooden hand down in there and start soaking it up like roots.
Absolutely. You see Soul. You see Custodian's kind of rooted limb, kind of bulge a little bit, and then you kind of see this, almost like veins pumping blood. The roots kind of convulse as a bit of the clear liquid kind of runs up, custodian's limb into kind of his core and the shrub on his back. When you do, custodian, roll me a d4.
Oh god, he's dead!
I'm
Great.
like real ready to destroy some water real quick.
You got 3 temporary hit points as you feel refreshed. Kind of a lightly stinging, almost like minty kind of sensation runs through your entire being.
The water has toothpaste in it.
That looks,
Exactly.
I'll be honest, custodian. That looks very weird.
What does?
When the water goes into your arm like that, it looks very weird.
See, custodian just kind of looks at the arm. It does.
Well, I mean, it looks more like blood pumping into veins that shouldn't be there, so yeah, a little weird. I mean, I look weird, but to most humans at least.
See, custodian's just staring at his arm, does not respond.
Fair enough. Can I tell what material the statue is made out of?
Yes. I'll have you roll me a history check.
History? 15.
Cool. Soul. You are versed in a variety of historical literatures, mostly driven out of a general curiosity of the mainland, of which you were not really a part of for most of your childhood and life. The coast, Ashen, Silton, as it was your dwelling, and fish was the thing you smelled most. However, news of the inland kingdoms and the various cities and anomalies and stories have always been interesting to you. And you know a few stories about Herrenheart. One particular story involved an event that had to deal with a particular wizard. A wizard whose immortalized stasis remains now sit before you in a cross-legged position. You cannot remember the wizard's name, but you recall his sacrifice during the War of Secession was to become an eternal guardian of this city, to protect its secrets and its people from the perils of the untamed wilderness and the monsters therein. The heron that has sundered from his shoulder is, in the story, you can vaguely recall the wizard's familiar, though it appears the heron has seen better days.
I'm going to relay that to all of my friends.
Aw. I'm your friend?
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Aw.
And about this time, you finish identifying the first blade.
Okay, well, I since he called me his friend, I'm gonna actually inform him about the sword and that it's infernal and what it said.
That sounds creepy, but also really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be touching it or not. And Marcus is probably gonna die. He might turn into a gnoll.
As my eyes are just like glowing as I finish the final bits of incantation.
DM.
You see fangs growing from them.
DM, is obsidian in this world the same as it is in our world? And like, do the magic properties of these items keep them from breaking? Because obsidian is very fragile, but
Yes.
very sharp.
Correct. The magic in the item would be keeping it from being quite so brittle.
Okay.
Marcus, you know this item is blessed by an evil deity. What deity, you do not know.
Oh.
As you do not speak the language,
Oh.
and you're not proficient in religion, I don't.
Oh. Can I see this?
But this blade, when wielded by a suitably evil warrior, bestows upon its user the ability to deal extra necrotic damage, 1d8.
Oh, hot damn.
Man, if only I was evil.
Hey, Marcus. I think I might know something about that sword there. Think I can take a look at it?
Sure.
Did you find anything out in your little research of it?
Yeah. So DM, you're saying like if the wielder has to be evil to deal extra necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, at least according to the deity. I don't really subscribe to like the traditional like good and evil dichotomy in D&D. It's very subjective to the deity. Basically, if the deity thinks you're worthy of using it, then you can use it.
Okay.
And in this case, you would consider the acts the deity would ask of you to be quite evil.
Okay, and I know comprehend languages, so as part of my ritual, would you allow me to cast comprehend languages to further identify the sword?
That would be a new ritual. You could begin that.
Or you could just give it to me and I could tell you.
Okay.
Literally what I'm trying to roleplay is
right.
take this information out of you.
Yeah, if it's just ascertaining the deity, then I'll pass the sword over.
Yep. I need to know that it is blessed by a deity, though. That's what I was trying to.
Oh yeah, I will relay everything that the spell found out.
So DM, with that, I am proficient in religion. Can I roll a religion check to find out the deity?
Sure thing. For sure. Everything begins to click into place as you realize the writing's infernal. The devilish gnolls, which themselves have a slightly demonic or devilish origin. You realize this blade has been blessed by the cackling god Yinogu.
How do you spell that, sir?
I will send it to you. 1 second. I'll put that in the Morrow chat. Yinogu is the god question mark of the gnolls. Though many have speculated that Yinogu is actually some kind of archfiend, maybe even a demon.
Ooh, okay.
Yinogu is responsible for the curse/blessing that has been bestowed upon all hyenas on the material plane. Yinogu is the entity that allows them to transform from hyenas into gnolls.
Okay. And can I infer that Bone Splitter would also be blessed by Yinogu?
It matches the profile almost identically. It just hasn't been identified, so you don't know for sure that it has magic in it, but you can assume.
Okay. I'm gonna assume, and I will even if I'm even if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna act like I'm right. Just in terms of like, just in case I'm not. Oh well, it's
life hacks for old people.
Yeah, Marcus will just end up dead. It's fine. He'll end up turned into a gnoll. Whatever. Yeah. So well, Marcus. I don't really know if we should be messing with these things. I mean, I guess we're not hyenas. It's probably not that big of a deal, but both of these swords are they're quite cursed.
Cursed?
Well, I don't know if they're actually cursed, but
I was about to ask.
But I mean, cursed as in like I mean, they're not exactly blessed by a good deity, I guess, is what I mean. So not in the sense of a stat boost, whatever. So
It'd be a stat debuff.
whatever.
You
Same
see,
difference.
you
You
see
know what I mean?
Marcus have to kind of like fight back his nerd impulses of like, well, actually, it's not a
no, no.
curse. Pushes
All right,
up
so
glasses.
all right. It's not cursed because you're evil. It's fine. It's whatever. You're like, yes, this is the greatest shit I've ever seen. Whereas I'm over here like wanting to put or throw this in, I don't know, a volcano or something, and get rid of it. Because we should not be wielding these. I don't know what they'll do to them or do to us, but this is the writing of Yinogu. He's the deity of the gnolls, and it's not a good thing.
I'm also of the mind that we should probably get rid of them.
Maybe
If
we
they're-
should probably wrap them up in something so we're not actually physically touching them. But I don't know if that'll actually matter or not.
I think I probably would have detected if the swords were infused with a consciousness. It more seemed as though you can't access the magic within them unless you were of a disposition that agreed with their maker.
Well, considering gnolls are the epitome of evil, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Would you be opposed to selling them for money? Because
morally?
I need money.
Yes, I would oppose it, but I also do need money, so I'm at an impasse. So it's a group decision.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man. Listen. So you say the
Sly's
magic
just
can only
shouting
work-
this from like
Where's
75
Sly?
yards away.
Sly's over here. I'll
I
bring your
love the
character over here.
tower. Like, hey!
I was flanking the door in case the archer came back through, but I was listening the whole time. The fire spirit
Just
like,
the
floats along
diminutive
behind me.
frog screaming in the distance.
Hey, bro, listen, man. You said that the magic only works with the evil people, right? So, like, selling the swords, they probably end up in like an evil person's hands. No, like, do you really want to like? I thought that whole thing was like, burning the foresters and all that, and the foresters are pretty evil. So if you sell them, then more evil. Like, I don't really know that you're trying to do that, bro. Right?
Most likely with Yinogu, it'll more than likely end up with a repeat of what we had going on here, where somebody turns hyenas into gnolls, like an outside source using Yinogu's magic, kind of to that degree, I would assume, because I don't know if these swords would do anything to us, turn us into gnolls, but I know I definitely wouldn't want to be one.
We could also sell these to either someone of my profession who would use them purely for study, or to a church of a more agreeable deity who would probably either keep them locked up or try and dispel the magic. Either way,
I feel like they would want us to
money.
just donate them as a good cause measure, and I mean, I'm all for both things, but like at the same time, I need money.
Yes,
I
we
really
all
feel like
need.
anybody who's
We all need
trying to
money.
buy these swords doesn't really have a good reason for it, man? Like, what are they gonna do? Oh, we're gonna take these infernal swords and we're gonna cure them so we can use them in our own rituals? Like, what, bro? It's still infernal handwriting. Like,
Okay,
you
we
can't
just-
get rid of the handwriting.
We need to like bamboozle somebody then, and we need to come up with a way to trick them into buying it.
Nah, listen, bro. I'm as down bad for money as you guys are, but like, you and I both know that the money ain't worth like sending your soul to hell and like creating the
Yeah, you're
more
right.
deforesting knolls. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, that's not worth
Yeah,
it.
no, I agree.
I do think we should probably, if we're going to sell them, it should probably be to a church with a more agreeable deity, so that they could keep them locked away.
Bro, if a church is buying these weapons, man, it's because they have like an evil cult underground. You and I both know they're not actually just gonna put them in the storage locker. Like, somebody's gonna get them out of that locker and have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
I
man?
mean,
That
It depends
sounds
on the
like a bit of
church.
I would
paranoia,
say-
personally.
I would say that these swords could actually be given as partial evidence to the mission that we are on right now. I don't know if it would be exactly what we need, but
Hey, yo, somebody remind me what the heck he's talking about. What mission are we on again?
We're
so-
investigating to see if the dragon had a motive in attacking Hare and Heart.
On that thing. I really thought that was more of a side quest, you know? Like, the
no, this
forcers
is
were really the main
I mean, we're
problem.
getting paid pretty big bucks to do this, so
Uh,
I mean,
another.
I guess it's kind of a side quest. I mean, we don't really know where this is going to lead, but the reward is great, and I want the reward.
Yes. Another counter offer. If you wanted perhaps a bit more
Come back.
security, that this would not fall into Knoll hands, I could probably find people in my order who would be very willing to research these and buy them off of our hands, and I can pretty well assure you that no Knolls will be turning up due to that research if you're truly worried. However, what I'm also thinking is you sell swords all the time in the market, and swords can be bought by anyone. It's not really your fault once you sell something, unless you're actively looking out bad people
it totally
to sell
is.
them.
Your fault if it goes back into the general populace. It might not be directly your fault for selling it into the direct populace, but you sold it to a shopkeeper, and then they sold it to the direct populace. You are complicit in the crime, sir.
Okay,
Like, if I
legalistically,
took,
that might
like,
be
a
true.
nuclear warhead, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, nuclear warhead up for sale, who wants it? like, bro, the law is gonna come after you when the whole of freaking Morrow, like, freaking explodes, man. Like, they're gonna come for you, alright? You're not gonna be like, oh, well, I didn't know I was sending you to the Russians. Like, it
Speaking of
doesn't
nuclear
happen like
warheads,
that,
how long does your fire spirit last?
man. An hour.
Okay, so you
His
still
fire spirit is just turning into a mushroom cloud as he explains this.
He's just like nodding behind me, like vigorously.
Uh-huh.
Like, yes, exactly.
Changing shape into a rocket and then a mushroom cloud.
He's like doing illustrations in the background.
Yeah, like
No.
tiny sounds of Japanese people dying by the thousands imitation.
No.
turned really dark.
Okay, but so to continue, first off, before we decide to sell it on the black market, which I'm strongly against, we should try and see if our employer needs this as proof. But we should also keep looking around and investigating the other stuff that's around here, because just because the Knolls are here doesn't explain why there is dragon fire.
Either way, man, like, it's not like we can sell them right now, and we certainly can't leave them here in case somebody else get them. We stuff them in the bag with, like, lots of, like, cloth and stuff around them, right? Because we don't want the bad voodoo, right? And then we need to watch out, because, bro, the sniper is still out there, man. Like, we didn't kill him, he's still, like, up in that tower or something. We can't let him just escape, right? I mean, you already spent 10 minutes, like, sitting and looking at the
Is he
sword to be
still
like,
in the
oh,
tower?
it's such a pretty sword that has infernal handwriting on it. Like, bro, like, he could be anywhere by now. We got to go, man.
Is
All
he
right,
still
fair
in the
enough.
tower?
Okay,
I have no idea, man. Like, I've been waiting for that archer guy to come out there. And I mean, you saw me and my boy right here. We were flanking the door waiting for him to come out so we could stab him, but then he never came out, so I don't really know.
So I
wanna-
remember there
Power
being
form.
a glinting object that we needed to investigate, right? Was that the statue that we're sticking, or the fountain?
That was
It
the
was the
It
statue.
was the statue, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Um,
reach for the swords back and say, okay, I'll stash these for now. We can continue this later.
Oh, whoa! I think one person should hold on to one of them, and then one person should hold on to the other.
All right, that's fine. You can keep one.
I don't want
You
this.
hold on to one.
I throw it to
Yes,
Soul.
I would
I'm
love
like,
for
get,
you
get
both
this
to
shit
be
out of my hands. I don't
possessed by
want
an
this.
evil demon. That would
Alright.
be even better.
So somebody has Fleshnar, the one that's been identified, and the other has bones. The other
Soul
has
has
bones.
Bone Splitter.
Okay,
That
yeah,
was
I'll
the one
take
that I was
Fleshnar.
holding on to.
Okay, I just have Bone Splitter.
Yeah.
How much does Bone Splitter weigh?
Bone Splitter weighs 2 units.
2 units. Okay.
Guys, no, I don't really know any holy magic, so if you both get possessed, you're just lost, okay?
yeah.
Because I
Just
can't do
lost.
anything.
That's fair enough. Austin,
Bye.
is it spelled like flesh gnaw or like gnawing
Yeah.
on flesh?
GNAR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Like when you chew on somebody's leg.
Flesh Gnar. It's just skin for Gnar from League of Legends.
Mhm. It's just like well, I guess like Gnar would actually be kind of close to these
Yeah,
gnolls.
yeah, Gnar's a knoll.
So yeah, I have Bone Splitter. It will be wrapped in my bedroll until I have to sleep.
Sure thing. Yeah, yeah. You wrap the wicked short blade in your bedroll, hoping it doesn't slit open the cushions and let all the cotton fall out.
I can sleep on rocks. There before.
All
Okay.
right.
And I want to go check the tower to see if the archer's still in there.
Yep. You do so. I'll go ahead and say in summary, you look up and down the tower, kind of ramshackled, partially caved in, though the inner staircase is still well intact, and you walk up it and find no archer to speak of. I will
Did
tell you
run
the
away
same-
down the
I'll
street,
tell you
didn't
the-
he?
Yeah, I'll tell you the same thing I told Sly, was that halfway up the tower at the back is a part of the tower wall that has fallen out onto nearby structures, and that is an obvious escape route for the snipers in this tower, which they appear to
Okay.
have utilized.
Now hang with me here, bro. Alright, and I'm just doing some critical thinking right now, okay? So I was looking around, right, and I see this hole in the wall over here. And I don't know if anybody else spotted this, but I have a pretty good eye. And so I was looking around and I see this hole in the wall and I'm thinking to myself, wait, if I was trying to run from a leader and his group of anti-deforesters, where would I go?
Anti-deforesters.
And I'm thinking to myself, wait, bro, I can't handle this man in mano-a-mano combat. Like, look at him, he's so buff. What I think I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to run out and I'm gonna have to run through this hole and I'm gonna have to take to the rooftops. And I'm gonna have to, like, survive off of the ash and stuff. I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure he went that way.
I can't see any movement in that direction whatsoever.
Roll my perception check.
Perception.
Prescription
15.
check. Yep, looking through the way out onto the kind of surrounding rooftops. Aside from the flames, which in places appear to be kind of ever-licking, like not really incinerating or moving forward whatever they're on, you don't really see any motion.
Clarify. We didn't get shot because it's hard for me to remember. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask this because I feel like this would kind of be metagaming.
Mhm.
We didn't get shot from this tower, right? It was just
No, you were
specifically-
shot from the southeastern
okay.
tower.
Just
Yeah,
making
the one
sure.
you were
For
the
some
one you were
reason, I
checking.
thought there was
Yep.
another one. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. I believe there was 2 marksmen in there
Yeah,
and
there
one got
was.
away.
Yep.
At least on the corpses and the unused sprites I have.
One marksman got murked. Or no, 2 marksmen got murked. I took down one that was on the ground.
Hmm.
Sly took down one that was in the tower, and the other one got away.
Cool. Just clarifying. Thanks.
Because I remember getting shot at several times.
Yeah.
I think they only hit me once.
Like missile OP. Okay, so well, in that case, if he's run off, then I guess we're not quite as time pressed. That being said, I assume we've all used this. Like, I know the Aura of Vitality brought the general health pool back up quite a bit, but I assume we're still pretty low on resources.
I have 1 key point.
Okay, yeah. So as far as accomplishing y'all's mission, what do we need to do to accomplish that?
Okay, so can I give a recap,
Yeah.
DM?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I need to make sure I don't spoil something. So hold on.
You can just use the
Also, do you guys want to go for like
commands.
do you guys want to go for like another hour, or how long do we
I think
You can do another hour and a half at
I
max.
was gonna say David and my like cutoff is a hard 11 o'clock.
Okay, cool, great.
So because I'm usually asleep or starting to sleep at 10
Sure.
o'clock.
All right, we'll try to start wrapping up in about an hour and have it done by 11.
So we need to venture north to find anything you can of what happened to the city and why. That includes visiting the ruins of the city itself and conducting the investigation how you see fit. Bounty of 1,500 gold and audience with a mysterious individual to be claimed by the individuals who bring back evidence, which I did not share the second part with two of you.
Part about bringing back evidence.
Yes, bringing back the evidence to who it was for. So Marcus and Custodian do not know about who we are bringing the bounty or the stuff back to or whatever. They don't know about the audience that we get from it.
Got it. Interesting.
So, from what we've seen so far, we know that Viservion basically herded them towards the center of town to get his mass murder on.
Yep.
But we don't know why yet, and we don't know
it was
which direction he went to afterwards.
Yeah, it was a very tactical strike. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Because part of it was like confirmation that it wasn't gonna attack their place next, so we wanted to figure out which direction he went. Oh, that's gonna be hard to figure out.
We can't really like investigate Dragonfire. Like, we can't like ask it questions and stuff, right?
Well, the thing is he could have done his destruction and then flown in with Choi, right? So the only thing I can think of.
You would need to roll me an Arcana check for that question, Corbin.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I mean, would it
It's
be
like-
the first time I've talked to Fire?
Well, it's like slightly intelligent, but not. Like, I don't. That's.
I feel like our best bet to figure out which way the dragon went would be witnesses, no?
Well, all witnesses are currently in a pile of corpses.
All right. Looking around, do we see anything like unusual that might tip us off as to any reason, I guess, for what's going on here? Because obviously Verservion's just gone, and we found gnolls, which I don't know if gnolls are scavengers. I know hyenas
They are.
but
Gnolls are scavengers too.
Would the blessing on the swords from like that particular deity, would that show like that deity is incentivized to like their sponsor and like specifically would be invested in the destruction of or like the takeover of this town, or could that just be like they have the swords, they're evil, and they're just doing whatever the heck they want with them?
Considering the evil deity in question, I think it's the latter.
it's like
Yeah,
I wonder.
I'm
like,
under the
with,
impression. Sorry, go ahead, Corbin.
Oh no, you're fine.
The blessing of this god, it makes me think that it's more like it's basically just kind of like someone saying the power of Christ compels you. It's not that you had a chat with Jesus personally and he said, hey, I give you this power. It's more just like this is where the power is coming from, if that makes sense. That's my assumption, at least.
Gorman was asking a question and I interrupted before Austin could answer, so.
I was just gonna try and dig deeper into like what we could start figuring out, because I mean, I wonder if my biggest concern is that they're both connected to each other for one reason or another, because like I would assume Verservion would have nothing to do with the gnolls. but
I
the
think the
Gnolls
Gnolls
here.
are a symptom of what the cause is.
Right.
I think they just turned up after the destruction. I don't think they have any actual connection to Veservion specifically.
Yeah.
Can I ascertain as to why things were or why the humans were corralled into the middle of the city? Is there anything that I can see around me? Anything that just like looks odd? Maybe a building is too perfect looking. Is there
Or is there a
anything with
building that
the-
seems more ruined than the others?
Yes. Earlier you noted upon the ramparts. I think this is Sly specifically noted that the kind of the parapets and the walls of the inner keep, which is to your north, was particularly smote by the dragon, assumably because it was the most well defended place in the city. Just the walls of the inner keep absolutely blackened.
Okay, and the inner keep is in what direction? Like if you ping it on the map to us?
North of you, just like up.
Okay. About how far north of where we were at?
So Heronheart and Leandra. Not you know what? This isn't helpful. You haven't been to Leandra, and I shouldn't say that because it's lore. But you know that the keep is oriented towards the middle of the city, and this area you're in right now is one of the close routes to the keep.
Okay. I think we should. Well, all right. Well, if there's nothing that we can. Wait, hold on. Do we know as a group? Did Sly share it with us that the parapets in the keep or the inner keep especially scorched?
I mean, I definitely like let y'all in on like some of my because remember I was like up on the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I basically like let you in on my observations on like how it was an attack and everything, and it was like thought out tactical. I don't know if I mentioned that specifically, but I think you could probably infer it and just
go
with it.
I guess that's up to the DM. Either way, since Soul let us in on the fountain, I asked Marcus, hey Marcus, I think we should probably head out soon, and possibly make our way to the keep. But I remember Soul mentioning something about this fountain here, about a guardian. Are you able to detect any magic in this fountain?
Let me make a check on that.
I would love to have a McCheck. Sounds good with a side of supersized McChecks.
Yeah, I will go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
Gonna waddle up to the fountain and detect magic on it? Or are you just gonna detect magic from here? Okay.
Well, I'm adjacent to the fountain, am I not?
You're 30 feet away, so you can sense magic.
What?
Wait, what?
Detect magic.
Yes, Detect Magic is 30 feet away, but I am adjacent. Is this the fountain that I'm adjacent to?
Mm-hmm.
That's 30 feet?
That's not 30 feet, no.
I'm confused!
Yes, you see, every pixel is a foot, and so if you
That's right.
really measure out
So yeah,
He's 15 feet away from the furthest part of the fountain from him.
Marcus, as soon as you detect magic, there are 3 objects in your local vicinity that light up. Two of them kind of blackish, grim. One is upon your person. That is, of course, the cursed blade you carry upon you, and the other is the cursed blade on Soul. The third, a bluish-white beacon that fires into the air. You get the impression that if your detect magic if you could detect magic miles away, then you could see this from miles away. The sense of magic that you get is this projection of magic firing into the air far beyond your ability to detect it.
But it is emanating from the fountain.
I don't think historically I have given Bootleg Wally a magical aura.
Wally?
Am I not wearing magic armor?
Oh, your armor specifically, yes. Yeah. You detect abjuration from him, but like I'm talking about like 3 big presences. There's lots of magic everywhere. You're adventurers. You have magic items. But like the 3 big presences you're detecting. Anyways,
Inherently evil.
You determine the magic coming from the statue to be abjuration.
Interesting. I will pass that
Protection. Abjuration magic is protection magic, right?
along. Correct, yes.
Oh. I have no idea what that means beyond that, but I at least am familiar, I guess. With it.
Excellent assessment.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like that would be apt. I've got a 14 intelligence,
Yes.
but like, I'm not proficient in Arcana, so I
yeah.
at least like know what the type of magic is. But it's like, I don't know what it does. I just know it's like protecty and stuff.
As somebody who casts spells, that sounds about right, bro. I think you got it. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, you said a beacon was coming out of the statue?
David.
Sorry. You said a
David
beacon was
scared
coming
himself.
out of the statue.
This is addressed to Marcus, I assume.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did.
Do you know what kind of spell would do something like that? I'm not as familiar with magic as you, though.
I'm assuming I wouldn't, DM. That would be a religion check, right?
Arcana.
Ooh.
It's magic.
All right. I am very good at that.
I mentioned that this was a wizard, not a cleric.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. With a 17 in Arcana, you have just enough knowledge to know that the amount of power given off by this statue is beyond your imagining. This is very high level magic.
Is this like something only a god or something on roughly that level?
Oh, like
cast?
a 9th level
So
wizard.
I can't tell you because you didn't roll high enough, but it is among the greatest magic that you've seen in your lifetime.
Ho ho ho!
Okay. Now,
and-
would you put it on the level of like a 9th level spell, or is it just like off the charts?
So interesting thing about this world is 9th level magic is very, very rare. So you can only speculate. Your character knows of the concept of 9th level spells. You don't know if this is one.
Okay.
But it's definitely up there. This amount of raw arcane confluence has only been viewed by you in the Starry Halls. The kind of arcane nexus library that is kind of host to your academy that you are from.
Ooh, okay. And did we establish that there's a world tree there?
No.
There's world trees? I like
World
world
Tree is
trees.
like a 12th level spell.
I think we were tossing around like some concepts. I don't think there's
Okay,
I don't,
gotcha.
okay. But yeah, anyways. Yes, so a lot of abjuration coming off from this statue.
Yeah, I will say in response to Soul, this is one of the most powerful spells I have ever encountered, even in my studies. This is on a level that I only hope to get to one day.
Okay then. I guess I know why it wasn't scaged by the fire then.
So maybe don't hit it with the swords.
Well, you've ruined all my fun, don't you?
I feel like if it was,
I mean, I will absolutely watch with popcorn if you want to do so.
See, like, I'm curious, like, because I feel like if it was like, I don't know many 9th level spells, but I feel like him hitting it with swords probably wouldn't do a damn thing.
Right, yeah.
Just
I meant
It'd be
the
interesting if you,
cursed swords. I'm personal
It'd be
specifically.
interesting if
Oh.
you dropped it and like dropped the swords in like the water or whatever, but
Yeah, please don't. We need money. We're broke.
I'm curious about what would happen actually.
We'll
at the same
worry
time, though,
about
it's
that.
abjuration, not like whatever the ones is that like change stuff. It's not like holy water or something, so I don't know.
We can worry about that at a later time. I think we should probably head to the keep to see if there's anything that could give us information.
Yes.
If there's anything left.
I agree.
What's up? So question to the party: how, like, I mean, I assume we fought the highest concentration of hostiles we're going to in the city, if they've all, were gathered towards the center and stuff. But I assume there's still remnants. How cautious do you guys want to be going forward?
I don't think we should be cautious anymore.
Yeah, I think it would be, I don't know.
I like that statement out of context. I think we should just stop being cautious.
For the sole purpose of, like, I know Custodian isn't good at stealth and he doesn't like it. And I feel like if we're going to get into combat anyway, I'd rather have giant metal hunk on my side. Not hunk as in, like, metal useless hunk. Hunk as in handsome metal. This is the most handsome metal I've ever seen.
That's some handsome metal, man.
I mean, have you seen his armor? It's magical.
I'll stay with that for the purpose of expediting this, because I think we need to find the information that we're going to find today and be out of here by today. Because...
Same.
So I am curious as to, does the, before we get going, does the statue that we are looking at, it was charred and stuff, correct?
No.
Oh.
Oh no, it's utterly unmarked.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Good. That. All right. I'm assuming that the spell then, or whatever it is, protected it from and hopefully warded off Verservian.
Ooh, that could be interesting. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't think it warded him off so much as it just kept the statue safe. I don't know what the spell was originally supposed to do, because we don't know what the spell was.
You said, but you said that it was meant, or he basically like made it to where he would always or eternally protect Heronheart.
Yes. Actually, quick question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how old Verservian is?
I would probably know.
History?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get advantage because he's a dragon?
No.
Curses.
Sorry. I might adjust the DC for things like that, but yeah. Cool. Yeah, 15 history. Yeah, the history of Verservian is a very long and storied thing. It feels to you like as long as there has been like fairy tales in like dragon stories, there have been stories about Verservian. He is very old indeed.
So I could guess around 2 millennia or so?
Multiple hundreds of years old at the very least.
Okay.
And if he's an ancient
Could I compare
dragon...
that to how old the story was about this guardian?
Well, so it doesn't necessarily matter about how old the guardian is, because like just because it's an old ass dragon, like he could have been a prodigy wizard or something, you know.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is because like it might have been able to ward off Verservian when he was younger, but not as he is now.
Maybe.
But I need to know how old the Guardian story is compared to how old stories of Verservian are.
Roll me a charisma save, Saul.
Charisma save?
Yes.
Huh?
5? Oh wait, that's his charisma check. Sorry, hold on. 15 charisma save.
Sure. All you can say is that this story feels old. And it feels like, as long as you've read stories, the story has been among them.
The plot thickens.
Landler charisma save.
We're not really sure.
You're holding a sword, aren't you?
Huh?
You're holding a sword, aren't you?
No, the sword's in my back. It's not even equipped.
That it's on you.
Yeah, it is emanating dark magic, as we found out.
I'm trying to check something.
I was checking something. Why is he rolling charisma saves?
Probably the sword.
Yeah.
We think it's
that's
the
He
what-
asked
sword,
a
but-
question. He asked
What-
a question
is
about
he-
the fountain god or whatever, and then yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Also, Corwin, I don't know. It might be what you sent me, but it's too big to be any of like the It would have to be like based off of that, but bent a little bit.
Oh, for sure, but it would be so cool if it was.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which then begs the question of what it is.
Yeah, it's like I want to know more. Is David's not dead, is he?
No.
No, he's just gonna be the final boss.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
fine with
wondering what just like if did something happen? Did I fail the save or?
Yeah, you feel
In
fine.
the event that retaining these swords means putting the party in jeopardy, how do we dispose of them without them
You have to kill
falling
Marcus
into
first.
enemy
No, I'm
hands?
kidding.
You seem to think I won't do that immediately.
Right?
You stab the fire spirit, and then you banish the fire spirit to the elemental plane of fire. With the sword still in him.
Okay, you know.
I would feel awful about doing that, but that sounds like an effective strategy.
I'm sorry, fire spirit. Yeah!
I'll summon you again tomorrow.
He comes
Just don't
back
bring
and
the
the
sword with
sword
you.
is still in his belly.
We're like, oh no.
He comes back later and he's like totally ripped.
Yeah, he's like all black, like except for fire in his eyes. Like, remember me?
The new final boss. He's like wielding the sword.
That's right.
Alright.
You're wielding them. Okay. What are you doing?
I think we should
Oh,
head
a
to the
flaming
keep.
knoll would be terrifying. Yeah, let's head to the keep.
All right. You depart from the town square, venturing northward towards the Ashen Keep. As you approach, you note the walls are high, exceptionally tall. The towers, while burnt, seem mostly intact. And the gate itself before you seems very much intact indeed.
Well,
This keep, much like
Yep.
the city walls themselves, is a square shaped thing. However, there appears to be only the one gate. As you kind of walk a few paces to the left and right, east and west, to see if there is another gate on eastern or western front, and there is not.
I hate to break it to y'all, but I'm all out of teleports until we short rest.
Does this gate have a portcullis?
It is a sheer wooden kind of braced structure, probably 25 feet tall.
Can I jump it?
Wait, you said 25 feet?
Yeah, that's just the gate.
Do I have space to climb it?
So like there isn't a top that you can get into through the gate. If that's what you're asking. If you're asking if you can climb the wall appears to be quite sheer as well. It appears to be made of stone brick that is finely polished.
How high?
It's difficult to gauge. Probably 110 feet tall.
Okay, yeah, so I have one chance to get up the wall.
I think we should just knock.
Yeah, knock?
Yeah, like knock on the door.
I mean, sure. I don't think anybody's gonna answer, but I don't.
Sure. I'll knock on the door.
Sure. You walk up, and as you approach the gate, you note the gate is unmarred by the surrounding ashen fate of the stone walls, despite the fact that it is apparently oaken. You tap the door once, and a ripple, like a drop in a lake, fissures across the surface of the gate, probably an inch from its surface. A blue ripple that ventures all the way up and hits the corners and bounces off and down until they all converge in the center again.
Is it
Cool.
an illusion?
I'm going
I
to
think
put
it's
my
a force
hand where
field.
that ripple was to see if I can see the whole thing again.
Yeah, it starts from where you touch.
Can I push my hand forward, or do I feel repulsed back?
Yeah, you feel as though you are touching a solid surface as you push your hand in, but it is not connecting to the gate. It is only touching this fine blue sheen across the gate surface.
Whoa, that's so cool.
I feel like I know what this is, but I don't feel like Soul would know what this is.
Walla force.
Marcus, is this some kind of spell?
Perhaps.
Soul looks aghast. Is this magic?
Why be? It could be a defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Just this whelming wave of abjuration magic blots out the shape of the gate.
Oh, absolutely, it's magic.
Ed, you said abjuration.
Yes.
I'm gonna step out to see if I can, if this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it if it's anywhere other than the gate.
Can I wait? Is this the gate to the outside or to the keep?
The keep.
Oh, okay. Is there like it's a blue sheen over it? So can we see past it?
Yeah, it's semi-transparent. You can clearly see the wooden gate behind the blue sheen.
Are there any cracks so that I can see what's past the gate?
Like in the walls or whatever?
Yeah.
Nope.
Dadgummit. So I'll turn back and say, if you give me enough time to... Well, actually, first, before I say anything, DM, how far does the sheen go? Like, does it extend all the way into the air? Or is it just covering, like, the gate and the wall?
Yeah, it's covering the face of the gate.
Okay. Yeah, I'll turn to my friends and say, if you give me time to summon Ira and allow me to use her to scout over, I can teleport inside, and maybe there's a mechanism to dispel. I mean, because surely people need to get in, so I might be able to dispel the gate from the inside.
I'd rather go with you if you're gonna do that. If you can get over the wall, I'll go with you. I don't want anyone to be alone.
Believe I can take anyone, but if you have a way to get over yourself.
I can get over the wall if you can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so unless anyone objects, I'm just gonna sit down and for the next hour and 10 minutes, cast what's it called? Find Familiar to resummon.
Is he getting it? Is he doing a short rest?
I mean, I probably won't be able to take the benefits because I'm casting a spell.
That's
but
right.
The rest, I will clue everyone into that it will be an hour so that everyone else can short rest.
In that case, I think we should find maybe some kind of semblance of shelter, like close by, and then do it. Because I assume you don't need proximity to the wall in order to summon Ira.
That's correct. Also, if we want to burn an additional 10 minutes, I can cast the dome, so the hour will be protected. That only takes 11 minutes.
I wouldn't worry
Actually,
about having it protected. I think
you know
it's
what?
just-
Okay, yeah.
if you're gonna summon your dome or whatever, it should just be
For the night's
we should
rest.
just be doing a long rest.
Okay. So yeah, I'm good with, maybe we go back into the tower so that we can kind of see if anyone approaches us.
How far away is the keep from... Oh, you said it was pretty close. Sorry,
Yeah, I would say the keep is not much more than 400 feet or so from the square.
Okay, I wouldn't be opposed to having a bird's eye view from the tower. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, I feel like we should go back to the tower and have a short rest, not a long rest,
Okay.
short rest.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hurry ahead and kind of lead the way, try and get a couple minutes of detect magic as we cram into the tower, just in case there's traps or anything in there with the last little bit of that.
Sure. So apologies. You are all cramming into the sniper tower, yes? The kind of bell tower type structure that was knocked over.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And you are attempting to perform a short rest while Marcus creates this familiar.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. Unless anyone else wants to do anything while this is happening, because I would like a short rest to get my key points back.
Is
I
it
almost think we
within,
should be taking a long rest, but
I was about to say, I know I can't take strenuous action, but would keeping a watchful eye break the boundaries of a short rest while I'm
A bit. I mean, you're all casually using your eyes, but an actual watch will omit you. Yes, because that is a kind of
Gotcha.
eventful activity.
So basically passive perception.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, if y'all would rather take a long rest, we could do a long rest instead. I'll get a lot more back and a bonus.
I have 17 passive, so I don't feel awful about that.
I don't think it's been 12 hours since our last long rest, though.
That is correct. It has not been.
I also don't feel comfortable long resting here, to be perfectly honest with y'all. I
yeah,
think.
I actually didn't know that we had to wait 12 hours.
Yeah, there's a cooldown.
Oh, we can't long rest spam.
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
no!
Okay.
Immediately have combat. Long rest.
Yeah, for sure. You all find yourselves in the tower as Marcus completes the ritual to find his familiar. What shape will the familiar take?
The owl, same as before.
Cool. Yep, the owl appears in a small summoning circle as your rest concludes. Everybody else
I would like to do something over the short
regain
rest.
your resources. Go for it.
I would like to attune to the armor I'm wearing.
Okay. I need.
I'm aware that it is magical. Yes.
You are definitely aware it's magical. And attuning is something that is primarily intuitive. So you're kind of aware there is a vaguely magical connection there that is awaiting you. In this case, you realize there is a magical connection there, but it is vaguely hostile. And it does not permit you to attune with it.
Oh, because it's a human racist. It's racist armor.
Oh my.
I figured it would be. However, I don't have any other armor.
Well, now you're stuck in racist armor.
It's still better than any other armor I could have. So-
Fair.
And would that take up the entirety of the short rest, or is that something where it's like I try to touch it and it says no?
No, I won't make you burn your short rest for that, man.
I'm putting that in the.
Can I attune to my hand?
Can you attune to your hand?
Yeah.
I thought you said ham for a second. I was like,
no,
Okay.
no. I'm gonna say no for now. Good
I
question.
guess I'm not inherently aware of its properties, so.
So, question: are we currently in the tower that the sniper was in when he shot Ira?
You don't know for sure that it was the sniper that shot Ira. You can intuit that perhaps it was.
Okay, well, I mean, just based on where, like, because Ira knew what direction the arrow came from when she got shot.
Knew where the missile was because it knew where it wasn't.
Yes, exactly. So I don't care if it was. I don't care if we killed the sniper. I just want to know that we are currently in that sniper.
Ira was shot by something somewhere towards the center of the city, which would be in this general area. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. In that case, I'm a little bit more, or a little bit less afraid that she'll get shot down again. So I will kind of put my head to hers, say, "Welcome back, friend. I have another job for you," and then I will send her out to.
Doesn't even apologize for having her murdered.
Well, it's not my fault.
It's the corner shanker.
Yeah,
It's the corner.
corner shanker.
The corner shanker got away again. I just like to point.
Blame the
Yes.
corner.
I'm gonna find out who that corner shanker is with my 11
Yeah,
in
Isaac.
perception.
Yeah.
Before you do anything, so I just looked through my stuff and I realized my Fire Spirit TP recharges on a short rest. So I have that back, and I
cool.
checked as well. Wild Shape does the same, so I can get my Fire Spirit back and teleport again.
Oh, sick.
Here's the deal, though. I can't see through the gate or the wall to be able to get eyes on the location to teleport us through.
Okay.
I don't know how your teleport, what you were planning to do to teleport to Ira.
Oh, I'm not teleporting to Ira. Basically, Misty Step requires you to see where you want to teleport to, and I can see through her eyes, and so I'm basically just going into third-person mode so that I can see through the through the gate, and then Misty Step into there.
Let me look at my things. Before you do that, I may be able to, because I have Beast Sense prepared. So, would and I gotta look at my stuff just to make sure, because I don't want you to waste spell slots if I can do this with the Fire Spirit, because we optimally want to teleport the whole party over.
Right.
So okay.
And we know what's inside there first.
The eye from the ruins is gonna pop up and tell you you're not worthy. He just can't stop. He has.
Okay, so
Grudge against the eye.
So the Fire Spirit teleport says to a space you can see. Beast Sense says for the duration of the spell you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. So if I used Beast Sense on something, saw a location, and then had the Fire Spirit teleport to that location, would that be viable?
Yeah, that's the same thing that Marcus is doing with his familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the only
sorry,
difference
I'm
is
being
that
stupid.
everyone would be teleporting to the Fire Spirit, which would then. Oh, I guess it could be near the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. Although, yeah,
That is a question. Is Beast Vision only for beasts, or is it for any creature?
Let me find out.
I'm pretty sure it's only for beasts.
You touch a willing beast.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fire Spirit's not a beast.
So, what if you were using it through Ira's eyes, have her go over the wall, and then use the Fire Spirit to teleport while using Ira's eyes?
Oh,
I was thinking
true.
that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Familiars
you're supposed
aren't
to-
beasts, right?
Yeah,
they were
they take
spirit.
the Well, they're spirits that take the form of a
Oh, it
beast.
says tiny
I thought that
beast.
I thought that they lost the beast trait.
Wait, I'm confused how
I
you're
might be
even
thinking of
seeing over the
something else.
gate. I thought it was like a enclosed
For now,
state.
I'll say Ira is a beast, and I could be corrected later. I'll look that up.
Okay, cool. So are you cool with me doing that then, Isaac? Casting
Yeah.
beasts? You fly Ira over and then I teleport everyone?
And in fact, if we wanted an extra layer of security, we could have David carry Ira so that she's harder to snipe, but that's a
Well-
little bit overkill.
Yeah, I don't really trust that David's gonna make it up the wall, to be perfectly honest with you.
Cool.
I know, like,
I physically can get up the wall.
Oh,
so you got-
okay.
If it's
You
only
can't-
100 feet tall, I can get up the wall.
So you cast Beast Vision on the owl.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn a
Okay.
second level spell
For a moment, both you and Marcus have a very, very strange sensation of basically having a shared visual bandwidth
Whoa.
with another creature. So there's actually 3 different consciousness within one set of ocular organs,
Wait,
all using it to view.
Ira's just like gone insane now.
Yeah, exactly.
Her eyes are
Um,
just like flitting out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell her to fly over the wall, and then I will verbally tell Sly to make his fire spirit follow Ira.
Well, does the fire spirit have to be there? Or do we have to be near the fire spirit?
needs
for
to be
teleport?
next to us. That way we can teleport to the
Oh,
location
to a
I
place
see.
that you see. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
we need to be within 5 feet of the fire spirit.
Okay, then I will just tell Ira. Yeah, then I'll tell Ira to fly over the wall, and then look down, and I'll kind of let Caleb continue, or I'll let Sly kind of tell me like, oh, that's too far, or whatever.
Circling closer, bro. That's like,
Yeah.
I got to be within like 30 feet, man.
Okay, so how are you beginning this operation? Is the owl flying up and over?
Yes.
Great.
Just get shot again.
Yeah, I want Ira to hug the wall as close as she can.
Yep.
We're talking like basically Top Gun Maverick levels of like stay as
I haven't
close
even
as
seen
possible.
that movie, but I get it.
Sure thing.
Acrobatics check to make sure you maneuver well.
Without a check. I don't want her to make a check because she sucks at checks.
Okay,
How could you diss your familiar?
so she maneuvers reasonably close to the wall, enough for her wings to have a comfortable span, as she proceeds to flap up and up and up, as for the briefest of moments,
Oh dear.
you
here it
see
comes.
over the wall another flap. Ira needs to roll me a charisma save.
Oh, okay.
Are you carrying a sword?
I am, yeah.
Oh my.
But Ira's not carrying the sword.
Isn't the
I
sword
feel
not-
like this might be an effect of the spell the wizard cast.
Yeah.
Wait, we fought a wizard?
It's minus
The guardian wizard protecting Heronheart.
Oh wow, 16. Way to go, Ira.
Nice. Ira. Oh snap! Hold on. Hey, what's the range on telepathy?
Telepathy?
I can.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
on the beast sense.
On on your unfamiliar.
Oh, I think he's
100
talking to you,
feet.
Isaac.
100 feet.
Yep.
I can see through her eyes as long as she's on the same plane as me.
Sure, but no telepathy unless it's within 100 feet, and it's 110 feet away.
Right.
Thank goodness. Okay. You are all watching as Ira flaps once.
I'm sorry, by the way, that's supposed to be a 19. Oh, wait. No, my stats are wrong. Sorry, continue.
And you all think for a second that does Beast Sense give telepathy though? I thought it was just shared vision.
So I'll just read out the spell, just to make things simple.
Please do.
You touch a willing beast. For the duration of the spell, you can use your action to see through the beast's eyes and hear what it hears, and continue to do so until you use your action to return to your normal senses. While perceiving through the beast's senses, you gain the benefits of any special senses possessed by the creature, though you are blinded and deafened to your own surroundings.
Okay. No telepathy. You are all given leave to a strange sensation as you watch Ira flap once forward and flap once back. And Ira kind of shakes its head for a second, and then, seemingly with the exact same intent, flaps forward once, and then flaps back.
Is she over the wall at this point, or is she like just?
You can
past
just
us?
barely see the tail feathers of the owl, as it's like directly over the wall.
Like,
can I see
in
on
our
top of the wall?
right, like can we see through her eyes? Can we see past the
Yes.
barrier?
Yes, you
Okay.
see over the wall, down onto a blackened keep. Far
Sly,
below.
if you're going to teleport us, I suggest you do it now. I don't know what's going
wait.
on.
Dude, I can't we have to be within 30 feet. She would have had to get down so that I can teleport us through. That way it would only be 30 feet. Remember how we had to huddle
Oh.
up close to the old wall?
Yeah, okay. I'll
I can't
continue
teleport
trying
us up on
to
top.
have her flutter through then.
Unless there's some other angle, like on the wall, that's like... But...
Yeah, she might be able to teleport us. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, we're up in the tower, so if she can see the wall, if the wall's 30 feet away.
No. We would have had to go back to the... We would have had to go back to the thing for this.
Yeah, we're at the keep right now.
Yeah.
No, we went back to the keep after we
Yeah.
rested. Oh, okay,
Yeah, we would have
gotcha.
had to, because remember, the teleport goes
Right.
from...
Yeah,
the
I'm assuming you guys
fire
essentially just
is
reset the
30.
circumstances from,
Yeah,
from
exactly.
before your
Oh,
short rest.
Exactly. Yep.
Then I want to try and coax her to get, like, to the wall so that she can look directly down, because then Caleb can just teleport through. He doesn't have to teleport to Ira.
Oh, you're right. I just need to be able to see the spot, and as long as
Right.
it's within 30 feet of the spirit. Okay, so I
Right.
just need to spirit. So even if she just goes farther up, but not further forward.
Right, as long as she
can
is
see a
on the
spot.
wall and looks down, we're golden. And
You're right,
I will
okay.
verbally tell you to be on the alert to do it at a moment's
can't.
notice.
I can't hear. I'm deafened.
Oh, you're deafened. Okay.
Blinded and deafened as long as I'm using B-Sense.
Yeah, so we're basically just ready to take the teleport.
Yes.
When Sly just does it, is we just accept our fate and we either die or we're on the other side.
And I'm keeping a lookout for anything that might be coming towards us while we're waiting for that.
Good call. I think we got it though. I think you. That's the way to do it, Isaac, is to go farther up, and then even if we don't get farther forward.
Yeah, I will command her to do so.
Great. How do you command the creature?
I mean, I would. That's what I would have told her when she set out, was get over the wall and look down so that we can teleport.
No, what you told her when she set out was to fly up as close to the wall as she possibly could, and then fly over the wall.
So now we have to get within range of the teleport.
No, sorry.
100 feet, sorry.
I was assuming that I had already.
The creature is now 110 feet away, so it is out of the realm of your telepathy.
Right.
You cannot
assuming
command the owl any further.
I'm
unless you be
assuming when I was telling you what I wanted, that I was making this the command to Ira as well, which is the goal is to fly over the wall and looked down so that we can see to teleport, and then I was adding on hug the wall. So this all would have been before she took off. I was relaying it to you as opposed to narrating.
I apologize, but Ira has already flown up and rolled a charisma save.
Well,
so it's happened.
Well,
it's okay. Are we able to even attempt to see if we can go across or not?
Can you not call her back?
Hold on, I'm checking.
I mean, if you can throw the man 10 extra feet in the air, he's within telepathy range.
How much does he weigh?
So like, give him the old hoist.
Now, how much does he weigh? He might die, but how much does he weigh?
What?
Nah, for real though. Like,
All
I
right.
got this. How much does he weigh?
As an action, I can.
I'm not even like joking. Like, I can get you in range easily with just jumping up.
I don't know how much I weigh, but as an action, I'll dismiss Ira, and then I'll resummon her on my shoulder. I forgot that I can do that.
Is that gonna break my B-Sense, dude?
Yes.
I mean, technically, it
I
shouldn't
don't
be
have
working
any second
anyway,
levels left. Don't do that.
Austin took away my. I don't know
Dude,
what else I could have done.
We can get you in telepathy range.
Yeah,
Right.
seriously, I don't care to like blow spell slots. Like, if we have to do crazy shit, we have to do crazy shit, man.
All right, throw me up in there.
Okay, so
I'll
I
say
am
throw
going
me in the air, then.
I've got to cast 2 spells to do this. Right? How much do you weigh?
Oh dang.
All right, let me check.
I don't care to burn spell slots.
No, I
gotta
don't.
cast
Not.
2
I want
spells to do this.
Yeah,
I
for real
weigh-
though.
It's true. It's true. It makes sense. I just think it's funny.
With my equipment, 185.
I can help him.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I could also let you do it, 'cause you can
like,
jump.
Throw him.
David, you actually have a softer landing, so I might as well just cast this stuff on you then.
Oh yeah, if you reduce him and then
Alright.
have me jump, I can just carry him.
So I literally just go over and put one hand on Soul's shoulders, and cast jump. And all right. So then on the next one, I'm gonna put my other hand on him and be like, "Be free, my son." And I cast enlarge on him.
So I will pick
Now
up
he has
Marcus.
advantage on strength checks as well.
Yeah,
Plus he
sure.
is doubled in size, so he is now large. And everything that he can push, pull, and lift, I believe, has doubled or something. Give me a second.
That's hilarious, and I love it.
So I will pick up our little boy Marcus and get him within telepathy range.
Yeah, so you remember your jump is tripled as well, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna jump up in the air. And I think my normal jump is insanity.
Already good because you're monk.
Yeah. So my normal jump, I believe is it just a straight jump with your strength?
Well,
Yes.
there's a high jump and then there's long.
Yeah.
High
you're gonna
jump
look at high
is
jump.
equal to your I forget.
I believe it's
I forget what
strength
high jump
modifier.
is. High jump is strength? I thought that was long jump.
Strength modifier.
Oh, modifier. Oh, that makes sense. Yes. No, that sounds right. That sounds
I
right.
think that's right as well. Yeah.
What is your strength, David?
14.
Oh, mine's a 15, so it's not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
It's not a difference at all. It's still 2 modifier.
So 2 goes up to
Wait,
oh.
a modifier?
It's equal to
No.
3. It's 3 plus your strength modifier.
Oh,
Wait,
3
what?
plus your strength. Okay, so 5 feet. He goes 15 feet now.
So that'll also
just
get him
enough.
get him into range.
That's assuming if you move 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So that's
Wait, what?
that's a running high jump.
So what's the one if he's just standing there?
When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half that distance.
Okay,
Maybe
then I'll just do
7.5
that with
feet.
Step of the Wind.
Or you
Double
could
my
just- I
triple
mean, you
jump
could-
distance.
You can carry him while you're running and then just do the jump, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you're strong as shit now, so like it
Oh yeah, then I'll just carry him and do a running high jump to get him within the telepathy range to call back Ira.
So you're grabbing Marcus. How much does Marcus weigh?
185.
Okay. Is that within your normal weight threshold? Keep in mind you are now a large creature.
Yeah, his weight has multiplied by 8, so...
I think you can probably safely pick up
Really?
Marcus.
I think so, yeah.
I'm not going to worry about it. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
You're large. You grab Marcus and you fly up into the air. Basically, you just flex. You flex your thighs and just. Boom.
I just assume a crater just...
Yeah. Just a Superman takeoff, essentially.
You go over
Yes.
tall buildings in a single bound.
Okay, yeah. How tall do you go? Actually, that's important.
Because he, if his jump is tripled, or whatever... His,
So I get him close enough to... I get him more than close enough to get within 100.
Right. Yeah, so I guess the question is, are you just trying to get him just close enough, or are you actually trying to just launch yourself as high as you can go?
I'm launching myself as high as I can to test how far this goes.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. So
that he already is.
Don't tempt me.
But I thought you were.
No, don't.
You know what? Screw it. I'll pour that key point in.
You only have one key point left, dude.
We took a short rest.
you should rest.
Oh, okay, my bad. I forgot.
I get myself back on a short rest, buddy. I'm ready.
All right, well.
I forgot to roll the dice. I've just realized. I forgot that was a thing.
They do exist.
I don't level
Yeah,
up.
I just haven't played Fighting for a long time.
Do we level up our short rest or a long rest?
No, I think it's long.
Long.
Okay.
Or low. Well, maybe
Okay.
we should have done a long rest then.
Okay.
It was 12 hours since the last one.
So let's calculate your thingy. Okay.
Alright, so with Step of the Wind, let me just...
So the base number is 3 plus your strength modifier. I think that's 5. Yes.
Doubled.
Yeah, so the base is 5 feet. So that's tripled to 15. And then that's doubled to 30.
Cool.
So a 30 feet high jump.
Unnecessarily high.
30 foot standing height. 30 foot running high
Without
jump.
sending a message, okay? Literally.
Yeah. I'll flavor it as you basically just running straight up the wall. As like the velocity just carries you up, as you're just grabbing Marcus in your arms, like a bride to be. As Marcus, you suddenly encounter the telepathic link. Should you choose to seize it?
Does he get anything immediately after connecting?
It's telepathy is an optional thing within 100 feet.
Okay.
Okay, then after you talk to him, you need to just chuck Marcus straight into the ground while you're up there.
That's right.
Don't tempt me. He'd be paced. He'd just be paced.
So, Marcus, what do you do?
This like Superman takeoff, and then you just like slam dunk him into the ground.
Okay, so I am telepathically charging Ira to get over the wall so that she can see down and then look down at the side of the wall that we are not on.
Okay, so sorry. So you're charging her to fly up. Is that what you're saying?
I want her to go up and over the wall. Perch on the wall if she wants, but I want her to get an eye on the spaces.
Okay. Let me just educate you a little bit here. I feel like maybe there's been a mistranslation of a mental image here. So Ira is right on top of the wall right now.
Okay.
Like her tail feathers are brushing it. And that is where she's in like this weird rhythm where she is like flapping backwards and flapping forwards.
Okay, I just need her to look down to where, essentially, like, if we were to move straight forward towards the wall, like, imagine we're ghosts.
He wants to see the other side of the gate.
Right. Imagine we're ghosts, and we can walk straight through the wall.
Yes.
I want her to look at the spaces we would occupy if we were able to do that.
Sure, but keep in mind she is a small creature, and the wall is thick.
Right. So I want her
So
to perch on the end of the wall.
Extra
Right.
thick.
Sure. Okay.
And she has advantage on sight checks, and so distance down 100 feet to the ground shouldn't matter.
Great. Yep. You launch yourself into her mind. And I want you to roll me a charisma save.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh, this is bad for him.
Roll for me or for Ira?
For you.
Okay, that's actually better by 1. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah. As you are in the air, Soul having Marcus in your arms, you're like you kind of tell Marcus to do your thing as you begin to slowly fall. As Marcus, in your mind, it's like, okay, I'm about to enter telepathy range. I'll contact Ira and tell her to perch on the end of the wall. All right, I'm about to enter telepathy range. I'll contact Ira and tell her to perch on the end of the wall. All right, I'm about to enter telepathy. As you exit telepathy range, and the connection is broken.
Oof.
Do it again.
As you slam back into the ground.
I don't
As Mar- as
slam.
Marcus-
I surprisingly softly land for my size.
As Marcus, you look around briefly, surprised that Soul hasn't jumped yet.
What are we waiting for?
Did you
did I
not tell us
take-
to do the thing? We just went up in the air like
I'm
30
I'm
feet.
assuming I'm like bleeding from my nose as I say this.
Yeah, like he looks fairly normal, but his eyes just have like a strangely glazed over innocence.
oh, this is a mind screwery kind of spell.
Well, what are you doing, big boy? You might as well jump again. I mean, his brain's probably handled worse.
You have the benefits for a minute, so.
Yeah, let's do it again. Woo! It doesn't go as high, but it still gets in telepathy range because I'm not using another step of the wind.
Sure. Yep. You jump up and make the telepathic connection again. Roll me a charisma save.
We will do this until the end of time if we have to.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
All right.
Am I taking fall damage, by the
We're
way?
going to contact
No,
Ira
you're
and
being
tell her to perch
cradled
on
by
the end
a
of the
big
wall.
man.
We have a minute, which means approximately 10 checks.
For the briefest of moments, forgotten to you, you hear Ira in the back of your mind going, all right, I'm going to flap twice and perch on the end of the wall. All right, I'm going to flap twice and perch on the end of the wall.
Oh
As
no!
you fall back down and the connection is broken.
Oh no.
Ear is stuck as well.
But she's not making repeat saves. Which means she's stuck.
So I would have to get close enough to get Ira out as well.
Oh my goodness. This is complex. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this.
Not without a long
Yes.
rest.
I'm actually fixing to wrap the session up here, and let you guys stew on this for a week.
Ugh.
But we'll give it one more attempt, shall we?
Okay, yeah, we'll do one more jump.
I mean, he needs to be able to
For the
pass
next
his
minute.
save, so Ira can pass her save. I would
Yeah, we might
assume.
as well. We might as well.
Yeah. We'll give it one more jump.
Do you have inspiration, Isaac?
No one has inspiration.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time anyone had
What do you mean?
inspiration. Oh,
I
okay.
had inspiration last.
If I wasn't concentrating on enlarge, I'd be able to give him guidance. But
Well, I don't know what's happening. I just know your eyes are glazing over.
Alright.
We trying this again?
All right, one more
Prepare
time.
for
All
liftoff.
right.
Yay!
In 5, 4. Oh!
All right.
I don't
Hopefully.
think it's enough though.
That wasn't high enough for Ira.
No, this is me rolling.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. I've got to contact Ira and tell her to get over the wall. As you feel at the edge of your consciousness, I want you to roll me an intelligence save.
Oh, brother!
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's what I'm good at.
Difference of 9.
In
That's a lower.
your mind, in the depths and recesses, you hear a small cry of help that is silenced before you plunge back to the ground. You get back to the ground. The slightly glazed over look in your head, now deeply disturbed that you've forgotten something terribly important. Know that something important never happened at all.
What?
And that's what we'll call it for tonight.
That's
Of
insane.
course.
Do you have
Oh,
bipolar disorder? Dude, what? What?
So
This
you-
is so complex.
So you figured out where you need to get to. The question is, how do you get there?
And
This is-
what resources do we have to get us there? Because I have one more of my wing jumps, which gets me a crap ton.
Like,
so
how much is a
that's-
crap ton? Like, if we put everything together, right? We
135 feet
Oh, wow!
of flying speed.
So you physically could get over the wall with a fly.
Yes.
You're not a beast, though, so that doesn't really help.
It's not. I'm not. Well, I mean, I am a beast, just not that kind of beast.
Okay. Well, hey, XP for the session, huh? This might level up. I don't know how close people were.
Do we want to?
I've already leveled up.
MVP.
Yeah, I'll go and give out generic XP, and then we'll do MVP. Just since we're on that topic. So we're gonna go ahead and hand out 380 to everyone for identifying the obsidian blades, investigating the statue, and approaching the keep. Go ahead and post that.
I still think that the gate is actually just an oobleck, and that's why you can't put your hand through it, but it does ripple like a liquid when you touch it.
And there's an extra 160 to MVP. Let's talk MVP. So not a crazy eventful session, but I'm really happy we're getting back into this. Some fun roleplay, as always. Some good history checks from Soul as he investigated the statue. Trying to figure out something. What's up with the statue? I should say the wizard. The identify is interesting. You now know you are in the possession of cursed blades of the Null God. Aside from that, some very interesting problem-solving attempts coming through for the keep. I'm looking forward to seeing how they pay off here, because you guys can definitely crack this. I'm just looking forward to seeing how you do it. But yeah, whatever you guys are thinking here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my vote.
Is on
Two
BR
votes or one
polls.
vote?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm torn between Soul and Vale for one of my votes because like they both were throwing me technically.
Listen, There was only one person bridal carrying you, Marcus.
That is true. So, and you are the one I voted for. So, that being said, I mean, it doesn't really matter who gets MVP because it's going to be like 50% of 300 XP, and I'm still like
380.
Okay, true. And I'm still. What is level 7? 23,000.
24.
Oh my word! I'm at
23.
21,700.
It's 23.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was 24.
Okay.
Oh no, we might have just got a crap ton of XP for one session. I'm just like well over the threshold.
That checks out.
Oh no, I think I was like 10 XP off, and then we got a bunch of XP for one session, so I'm well over.
Nice.
I'm 30 off, and it hurts me a little bit.
Well, shouldn't the people that aren't at level 7 get the boost?
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah,
Because we have 2 people that are at level 7.
Are they actually level 7, or did they just have the XP
well,
for level 7?
I mean, that's fair, because we're not technically level 7 yet. We haven't leveled up.
I mean, we do have the EXP. I'm well into level 7's XP. I just haven't had a long rest yet.
Right.
Yeah, Caleb. Whenever you throw your last vote in, I'll close the poll.
I think I'm just gonna do the one.
All right, cool.
I feel confident about it.
Well, do we get the modifier or not?
Hey yo, MVP! First time in the whole campaign.
You know,
First time.
I'll give you the modifier. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. It's
What is it, like 20% or something?
50.
1.5 times.
Okay.
A little catch-up mechanic.
Stonks.
Yeah, that'll like bring me up to a proper amount to level up.
Excellent. Very good.
Cool.
And what's
Ah,
the
you
level
had
up to 7?
23,000.
Okay, so I'm at 21.
I get to try my new bed tonight. I'll hang out for just a minute here while we defrag. I hope you recorded that, because that will definitely behoove you guys to review.
I hope Isaac recorded that. The only thing I recorded was that jumping plus 7 of the win are really awesome.
Yeah, I this whole thing has been recorded. Hey, listen, I'm only like 600 or 500 XP away. Finally.
Also,
Hey,
that the statue was broken before the dragon attack, and that the statue was a guardian wizard with like the heron being his familiar, and that the evil blades were best by Yanoku.
The statue wasn't broken though; it was just the heron that was.
Yeah, the heron was like an addition to the statue that was broken before the dragon ever attacked. So that's what I recorded, and that the statue was actually Super Guardian Wizard that is probably screwing with our minds right now.
Super Guardian Wizard screwing with our minds right now.
Listen, that's the only way I can explain what the heck is happening.
Why can I click on character Mentor level up?